There is a perfect example of motherhood out there. We've all felt its presence. It lingers in our social media feed, in the products we buy, the answers to the questions we research. Even though we know it's not real, we feel it spotlight what we could be doing better.
Join two best friends as they step off the stage of motherhood and go behind the scenes with moms from different walks of life.
The Momcult Podcast. Real moms, real talk, real tired.
Welcome to episode 6.5
of After the Episode Without Jenny Black.
That is right. No Jenny.
Bum, bum, bum.
There was some wires crossing, and
she thought we were going to be virtual, she's so stupid.
Idiot. If you've listened to these, you know
how
an
stupid
idiot
she is.
So she texted us her notes, and they are in a fun shorthand, and we're gonna
and super vague.
Yep, we're gonna plow on through them. And right before this happened, I was like, what is the format for this?
We've never been left to our own devices.
No,
this was not the intention for the podcast.
I know what happens in the podcast, but I think Jenny, it's the tie that binds for this show. So we're going to talk about Caitlin Mello's episode. What did you think, Joy?
Well, I haven't listened to it in like 2 weeks.
All right. Well, I listened to it a couple of days ago.
Okay,
so.
and I listened to it while I edited it, so I have listened to it.
Oh wait. Do we normally do a check-in for these before?
Yeah, but since Jenny's not here, I figure maybe do this first, and then we can do the check-in when we're done.
All right.
At the end.
All right. Just do whatever the hell we want. Yeah. Mom's not here.
It's all a crapshoot anyways.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in when one of hers.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, great.
Dave Matthews song. Don't know what that.
No idea what that means.
Okay, sorry.
Next.
She's the anti-mom. I felt like, okay, well, nope. Next.
Oh, you remember her talking about that? She's always felt like she's the anti-mom among her friends because she's...
Oh, she did say that. Okay.
She didn't feel like the mom that could just fit into...
Right. I was thinking it's just like sounded offensive if we didn't, she didn't say it, but that does make sense. And I do feel like, now that I know that she said it herself, I do feel like she's kind of the anti-mom and like handles everything in like a really obviously cool, but really balanced way, and meets challenges that are really difficult with grace. And I appreciated that a lot. It was nice to hear. It just is like hearing somebody just move through things like that is comforting.
Yeah, I feel like I could totally understand when she was talking about the perks and the downsides of doing it alone.
Right.
And I could totally understand. I just feel like I'm more on my game when I know that it's all on me.
Totally.
But if I have somebody there, if Jeremy's home, if I have somebody that can share in the responsibility, then I feel like my patience is less because I know someone else is there to maybe pick up the mood or pick up the slack.
100%. I can't tell you how spot on that is.
I feel like I'm a better mom when I'm by myself.
Kind of, but it's like that I get to be, this is for me specific, or like I'm just only speaking for myself, obviously. Yeah, I get to be like kind of lean into being a baby myself.
Right.
And I'm just going to go through this whole episode trying not to disclaim and just say it how it is. And so we may have to delete this whole thing because of that. But I just lean into the help. And I can specifically think of something this week, like washing dishes or having to do, a day where there was just a time where I wasn't going to have help in it. Yeah, exactly that. You already said it.
And you were more on top of it.
Totally,
and weren't as whiny about it.
Yeah, if I know that I'm not going to have to, not going to expect that. And because I always can and I always do, so.
Yeah, I felt like I talked about that with some moms that have like traveling, whose husbands travel for music or whatever. And that, you can kind of get in your own routine and the expectations are very clear because you're like, okay, it's just me. Buckle up, I'm going to do this. And then when the spouse gets back in town, it's like almost more frustrating because then you're dividing the responsibilities again and everything gets a little murkier and trying to keep everything even all the time, which is impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely lazier. I'm a lazier mom when Jeremy's around.
Yeah, that's really what I mean. Yeah. I don't mean that I'm a baby. Let's see.
What else we got?
Okay.
On your committee.
Did she write that? Because I wrote committee too. That was like one of my favorite things.
Oh, okay. It's near the end.
Said
so I'm guessing.
It's her mom said. She said that her mom is on all the committees. Like, like on every committee. She's a little extra. That's what she said. So she's a little extra, and she's on every committee, and I love that, and know exactly what that means, and that's fun. I think. I bet Jenny meant something. I bet she was going to have some profound,
definitely
expounding thing on that.
Yep.
First kiss. Oh, she meant maybe Marley's. What would Marley's first kiss be
Marley's
like?
First kiss.
Has she had one?
I think she had it. Remember?
Oh,
she did.
She did.
She totally did. People who listen to this are going to be like,
wow.
Are they even paying attention when they're talking to these moms?
We don't listen to this. During this, what are you doing?
I don't know. We don't listen to it. Why do you guys listen to it?
We don't want to hear ourselves. We just want to say it. Choosing what you want to go all in on. Nope.
Do what you need to do to climb Machu Picchu.
I do feel that.
Does she want a phrase? Does she want to make that a slogan? I can see Jenny wanting to make that a tagline.
Yeah, she does have a really good, like a gut punch word of wisdom that she spun what they said into some other thing. That's
got to be it. I'm so sorry, Caitlin.
You deserve better.
You really do. You've worked so hard.
This is so telling.
This is just what it would be if we. This is why Jenny's so important. It'd just be garbage.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like when your partner's gone and you have to pick up the slack. If we didn't have her, I think but I don't think
that's true. For the first time,
right.
Jenny not being available to us, we're really floundering. Well, also we didn't know until we got here.
Playing to our strengths, I'd say.
There for the things after.
Judging parenting.
I think I know what that one means.
What?
I think Caitlin said something about the cake. When she smashed the cake, she was talking about, that you're there for the aftermath of that, like the picking up the pieces of. Yes, she saw me have a freak out, and then she saw me work through it, and then she saw me apologize for it, and now we can move on and being a part of that process in front of your kids.
Right, yeah. And I love that.
That's what that
that makes total sense. So
to, but I don't know. We'll go with it.
That's your reflection, not Jenny's, and I like that. I like what you said. And also I agree. I mean, like, I loved that's how she handled that, and that's something that I try to do, but my kid is 2.
Too little, yeah.
Right.
Wait, how old is he?
2.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
2.5, you're not sure?
No, just you say every podcast.
2?
Yeah. You say he's 2. I'm sorry, I know I said that he's 2, but yeah, he's 2.
Did I just say right now? I already said it?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
No, you didn't say it now.
Right, I wasn't going to do no disclaimers, but thank you for reminding me. Being vulnerable and owning your own stuff in front of your kids is good for them.
Agree.
And I think that's something that our generation does fairly well, or I don't know, the people around me do fairly well.
Yeah. No, it seems like our parents' generation was very much about keeping things separate, which I feel like I understand why.
Yeah.
But, and there's obviously also a balance. Like, you don't need the parents that are saying way too much and don't have boundaries.
Yeah. I'm going to channel Jenny to say, I have been told that a way to reduce trauma is to, like, let's say your kid sees something that is traumatic, to talk about it in the moment, to remove them from the situation, talk about it. And so even at Parker's 2, I say, explain in really simple terms what happened, why that's not okay, or why that, whatever. And then that he's safe, and comfort him, and then move on to something positive. I'm saying that because I don't think the dropping of the cake was traumatic. Just want to be clear.
No, I don't think
obviously.
so.
No, not at all.
I don't think it was. I don't.
I don't think that.
No, I definitely don't. I'm sure Jenny doesn't.
No, Jenny does not think that.
No.
But I brought that up just to say that's another, and when I say traumatic, I mean like any level of traumatic. So anyway, that wasn't really channeling Jenny, I guess. It kind of was, but I think she would have tied it in better, done a really good job with it. The point was the point made? Did I make the point?
I think so.
All right. That would have been helpful to me.
I think the point is there for the things after.
No, the point was owning your stuff, and I don't have an example of the thing. Whatever. All right. We'll cut that too, I guess. Let's see. Pete Davidson, I wrote.
Oh, yeah. Jenny didn't write anything about Pete Davidson.
Well, normally we don't talk about Pop Culture Corner, but I thought that what you said was relevant, and that you said, well, I don't remember. I was planning on Jenny bouncing that. She was going to just get it and go,
I loved it when Joy said, Jenny, could you
I remember what you said.
Finish my sentence.
You said you just respected him being vulnerable, and anyway, it's not really relevant. But I just liked what you said, and I thought you made Pop Culture Corner poignant for one of the first times. Birth control.
Birth control with mom. Don't know what that means.
Oh, going to get birth control with the mom?
Oh, maybe. That sounds vaguely familiar.
I don't think anybody said that on this.
I don't think any of these things happened in this episode.
How do you think your parents?
I think Jenny listened to the wrong one.
All right, Jenny. All right. So,
was there anything you felt while we were talking to Caitlin? Any sort of vibe that you were left with? Or, I know it was a minute ago.
No, I felt empowered by the way that she handles things, and that I feel like her focus and it's her comfort with herself, and that's just who she is as a person. But seeing that as a mom, and also then when she was talking about dating as a single mom and the vulnerabilities in that layered perspective, and then also how she can be tough and move through things, I just found that empowering.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. No, I appreciated her optimism and just kind of, and part of that too is because she's has a teenager now. So the older your kids get, the more it can feel like a joint experience. Like even now that Ava's older, when I was thinking about this time around having a second kid and being like, oh, some of those days where I felt like I was so isolated and just like experiencing things with Ava, but by myself. And it's different knowing that I have Ava with me sometimes. And so Ava and I are getting to experience Penny doing something cute or just having company. Like the older they get, it's nice having company around. I mean, and that is in the moments that she's doing something that isn't driving me crazy. Right. But yeah, their bond is going to be just going to continue to get more and more special. And I love that. Good job, Caitlin. So how's your week?
My week is good.
Or a month, really. I haven't seen you since before Christmas.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh.
How was your Christmas break? We all had COVID.
Yeah. Everybody had COVID.
Jenny's family, your family, and my family.
She did. I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Or wait.
They had it like over Christmas, so we didn't get to see them.
Yeah.
And we got ours after Christmas.
Right. We tested positive, or I tested positive on Christmas Day. Parker wasn't positive until the 1st, but he had it. Mm-hmm. And then all the math that goes along with that, the mental stuff of missing the holiday, but also I hadn't had it yet. I was like really kind of proud of not having it. And it felt like the first thing I said to Eric was, it feels like I lost some weird contest that I was like, I felt proud of winning for 2 years or however long it's been. And
we held out for a while.
Quite a while. Yeah.
Really hung in there.
And that was frustrating and didn't feel great. I guess breaking down the symptoms, everybody's doing that, and I don't really need to do that. But I do think that there's always somebody around now, like in addition to Eric and I, there's at least, a couple of times a week, a nanny, or he's going to school Monday, Wednesday. And he was already out of school, but just being us, Parker and I. He's 2. People don't know, you have to reiterate. Us being like one-on-one was cool, and I don't know, now I just feel I have made it clear that I'm pretty hyper about codependency. It's just something that I lean into so quickly, and he is so cute, and it's so we've gotten to, what I'm trying to say is we got too close over COVID.
Oh no.
So we're going to have to take some space, I think. How was yours was short. We were sick for like 2 weeks. I was. Eric was sick for like 6 hours, I feel.
Well, ours were just all spaced out. I think I was the first one to have it, but I didn't test positive until Ava woke up with a fever and cough, and so then she tested positive. So then the 3 of us were quarantining, and then we all took a test as well. But Jeremy was like going out and not borrowing, but we had friends that had home tests that were lending them to us because we couldn't get them at the store.
Totally.
So then Penny and I tested. It was immediately positive, and Jeremy was the only one that wasn't. So then he quarantined for like 3 days, but then by the end of it, he ended up having it anyways. So then he was out. Like, then he was still downstairs, but because he was resting and not feeling good. So it was just like several days in a row of, I mean, he was being as helpful as he could. Like, he's still like doing laundry and coming up and like cooking Ava dinner and things. But yeah, just the snow and just being stuck in the house and just feeling like, is school ever going to start again?
Yeah.
It's the longest Christmas break of my life.
Yeah.
The handle on our oven broke off, so that's fun. Just like, we have to like finagle.
You have like a butter knife or?
No, like half the little chunk of the handle on the right side is still there, so we just use that. But like the layers of the front of the oven, like the glass and then other things, like start to kind of splay out as you're opening it. And then when you put it back in, it kind of have to put all the pieces back together to close it.
Uh-huh.
So that's exciting. And then I had a clementine, like the tiny oranges. Guess how many seeds were in it? First of all, they're supposed to be seedless to begin with.
Uh-huh.
You have a number you want to throw out there?
15.
26.
Wow.
There were at least 4 to 5 little seeds in each slice of that tiny-ass orange.
Was that all in one day, or are these items that you noted were life-altering?
In my head now, they are definitely all in one day. But the day lasted 2 weeks.
Wow. That's a really difficult 2 weeks. I love that those are the 3 things you pulled out.
I wrote those down as they were happening for the podcast.
Clementines. Got it. Well, Parker, let's see. Oh, we hadn't been isolating, obviously. Is that not obvious? Eric had it first, and then I started feeling terribly. And then Parker had been sick, so you couldn't really tell which thing was which or what came first.
Right.
And I called the doctor like after Christmas, and I knew that they were back in the office, and they were like, "Okay, so you should be isolate." And I was like, "Are you kidding? Okay, am I gonna isolate?" I just wanted to say that, like,
right? You mean from Eric and Parker?
Like I'm gonna be in the other, like I'm gonna totally separate from a 2-year-old.
Yeah, a mom isolating is a pretty ridiculous concept.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
right.
Obviously, we're just gonna get it. We're all just gonna get it.
Yeah. And that's scary, and I don't want that. I didn't want, but we were already together.
Right. Well, I would have been scared maybe the first go around, but already hearing that the last,
right,
the Omicron was fairly
lesser.
chill. I mean, Penny, she was a little warm and took like some heavier naps for a couple days, but other than that, like nothing from her.
Yeah. He's still coughing, but I think that it's he's had a cold for like 2 months. I don't know. He started school. People tell me that's normal. I just try not to call the doctor every day.
Right.
I'm just like every day. I'm like, maybe just once. They're just gonna say the same thing. He's fine. Stop.
Okay, if he coughs
us.
3 more times, I'll call.
Yeah, literally. Okay, 1 more time today.
But if he coughs past 8, I'll call.
Yeah,
but tomorrow.
It sounds bad though, but okay.
No, that's my least favorite thing on the planet is someone not feeling well, something physically ailing any of my children, but simply because I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to call the doctor. I don't want to go out to the store and get medicine. Can everybody just be fine? I just want everybody to be fine all the time.
Okay, well, I do want that, I understand what you mean. I feel empathy for them when they have like a cold, but when he is doing something where I'm like, you're going to get hurt, and one of the first things I noticed the other day one of the first things I said was like, and I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to go sit in the hospital.
No.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, what kind of a day is that?
Yeah.
What a waste of a day.
It's
just don't do that thing, and then we don't have to worry about it.
No. So I'm not as terrible a person as you. But
well, if it's bad enough, you go into mom mode where it's like, they're barfing on you and you don't care. Mm-hmm. It's the stuff that's just like, why do you have a toothache right now? I really don't want to deal with that.
I think you know what it is. It's probably my codependency makes me like. It's certainly not like I like it. I just feel terrible, and I feel all his feelings. And anyway, and the other night he said Well, this is concerning. Certainly can't end on this, but he said, well, every night I say like this whole, like a lot of things to him, these sweet things that are, comforting and
sure,
you're good, whatever. And the other night he said, out of nowhere, I was fine. And I think I seemed fine. And he said, Mama, don't worry, you're safe. And I was like, what? I mean, that's that's in the like list of things you're safe, and it sounds, but out of context.
Right.
And I was like,
oh, does he know something's coming that I don't?
What is he picking up on? Right. So anyway, stay tuned for what that
meant. Jenny, thoughts? Oh, you guys are just such amazing humans and have the most tender hearts. And I just have so much compassion for everything you guys are doing. And anything I can do to help. Oh my gosh, I just love you guys so much. So just hang in there. You are all brilliant lights. And yeah, that's it.
Just keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Oh man, I think we're gonna get some
hate mail.
Yeah,